Welcome, everybody. This is Sherry Bowers with Connected Spirit, Connected Biz, and you're joining us for one of our little spotlight events. And I have with me Sandi Neilson from New Zealand. So she's always a delight to talk to and hear about what she's been doing. So let's just kind of dive in. And, for those of you that don't know you already, I've known you for a while, so I've got the inside scoop. But tell us a little bit about how you got started in your work, and how did you get to where you are now?
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you for the opportunity to be part of this giveaway event. And I'm excited to be part of it. And I suppose I really, I've been in the world of coaching since the early 2000s. And I took business owners and their businesses to the top of their game. And then after 15 years of that, I completely burnt out, like a lot of people do who are not quite on point with what they are meant to be doing.
Right.
So I took some time out and recognized that one of the reasons why my health suffered and my business suffered because of it was because I was living in what I call the zones of potential. So those are the zones of competency, excellence, and genius. And what I wasn't doing was allowing my state of brilliance to actually be me and live me, so that I had all the beautiful resources that are available to everyone once we're in the state, to actually support me and work with the people that I'm meant to be working with, because business owners have a real special place, especially transformational entrepreneur business owners. They have a real place, I believe, in this world right now, because they are supporting a lot of people through the messy middle of where we're going with humanity, where this earth is going. So it's such a privilege and a pleasure to actually now be working in a similar field. I still work with transformational entrepreneurs, but I help them live from their state of brilliance, rather than trying to actually do things from their zones of potential. So does that answer your question, Terry?
Yeah. And I love the way that, just the wording, like, I love the way you've really kind of made that understandable. Like, we're so much more than what we think we can be, and
Yes.
and to get to that and be able to operate from there. I wish we could all be there right now.
Yeah, and truly, it's possible for us all. Those people who are listening to us now will be, or the recording, of course, will, their souls called them forward to listen to the messages in what we're talking about for them, because you don't have to do it on your own. And all this beautiful sustenance and nourishment and enrichment actually exist around us, for us to actually draw in and be part of who we are. So we don't have to do things in the hard yards. I had someone just recently actually say to me, "Oh my goodness, entrepreneurship is so hard." And I said, well, yeah, that's the story that you're telling yourself, because you're actually living from less than what you are meant to be living for, because you're meant for more. And when we do get into the state where we're meant to be living from, you don't have to stop having the challenges, but the way that you approach them and deal with them and work through them is so much different, so much easier, better. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So with what you do now, who do you mainly work with? You did say the transformational entrepreneurs. Is there a specific niche that you tend to work with?
Yes, definitely in the realm of the transformational entrepreneur. You know, they're the coaches, the healers, the teachers, you know, the energy practitioners, creatives also are transformational entrepreneurs in their own right. And generally they've had a level of success
Hmm.
that you know, that has got them, they're not new to the game of making money. They may be new for themselves, you know, as
Hmm.
entrepreneurs. They may have actually come from a background where they've actually been straight up entrepreneurs, but they've not used their the spiritual gifts, let's say, you know, let's put it out there, the spiritual gifts.
Right.
And now they may actually be moving into that field. So they may be new at being a transformational entrepreneur, but they're not new to the entrepreneurship world, the business world. So they know
Right.
how to make money. They've been successful in that regard. However, they've got themselves to that stage where they're trying to figure things out. They're trying to work from their mental mind and not from their heart of heart self, their soul self, and bringing through all that absolute beautiful energy that's there to support them. So they've kind of got themselves stuck, and they are trying to take the next chapter of their life on board using old modalities, old technologies, ways that they've actually been successful in the past. And they're trying to actually put this old blueprint on a whole
Right.
new chapter, and it's not working for them because it's not meant to be working for them, because they're meant to actually be embracing more of who they truly are for that true prosperity and enrichment that they're here to bring for themselves and for the loved ones and for the community they are here to serve.
So with your work now, like, do you have a core program that you take people through to get through this,
Yeah,
or is it sort of a custom thing for each person? How do
right.
you work with people?
Well, I have, I work under the umbrella of Bond with Your Brilliance. So
Hmm.
I'm the creator of a suite of services that I pick and choose with alignment with who I'm working with. What is their path? What are the things that they actually need me to support them in their journey?
Hmm.
So, but all of them start off with energetic readings about who they are at their core, what their soul gifts are, how they came to actually be in the place that they are, and what are they meant to be doing with the experiences and the expressions that they signed up for when they were on the other side in full soul form. They
Right.
signed up for a certain set of experiences and expressions to live through for this lifetime. So we spend time actually getting them consciously aware of what those those set of experiences and enrichments and expressions are. I call them soul, just basically the soul readings. And from there, we then work with either energy enrichment sessions and or straight up coaching, mentoring to get them where they want to be going. So we actually work with activations and things like that. I have
Hmm.
a series of modalities that I use. And as I say, I pick and choose from those. I'm guided by their soul as to what is best for them to use. So it's kind of, I have this framework of a suite of services, and it's then, um, you know, for each person, it may be
It's
slightly
theirs.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
theirs. It's,
yeah,
I mean, it's nice because there's so many programs out there that are very cookie cutter and tactical and like, okay, these are the things you do and
yeah,
not this is who you need to be.
yeah,
And I think that's where
yes,
you come in, which is really such a gift.
yeah.
So
Yes, thank you. And may I just say a little bit more about that?
yes, yes,
Because
yes.
so yeah, typically somebody doesn't just solely work with me. They may be working with other coaches on particular programs and things like that. My job is to help them stay true to who they are as they're journeying through their own development with other mentors and guides, etc. and their business. So what their business of meaningful work is meant to be. So because we know what their soul blueprint is, it's me actually being that guide and saying, well, hang on, you're a little bit off course here. This is where
Mhm.
you need to be and what have you. And one of my most popular services is an Elite Express coaching service where they have unlimited coaching with me for a year for a set amount, for a very reasonable set amount. And we just work, we have small steps to greater success is one of the principles we use. So they are able to actually just meet up with me whenever they want for 20 minutes at a time. They can do that 2 or 3 times a week if they want to. They have a whole year to actually use that support. And it's like, what's your problem now? How do we, and it always comes back to the bigger picture, because when you've got somebody else walking with you and allowing you to actually remember who you are, it's a lot easier for you actually just to step forward into that next step, because that next step is always focused on their North Star, where they are meant to be going, how they are meant to be going, who they're meant to be being in that whole process.
That's wonderful. Give me goosebumps.
Yeah.
And just as a little side note, behind you through the window, as you were speaking, there's this little butterfly that just kept floating back and forth in front of your window. And it was just like emphasis, little spiritual
Yes.
emphasis.
Oh, how beautiful. Thank you, butterflies. Thank you,
Yes.
the energy of the butterflies.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So how is tell us a little bit about what you're offering for a free gift that people can learn more
Right.
about you.
So I changed the title slightly from when I sort of started off with this, because obviously I was guided when I was writing this, guided again to create something that was very specific for this time of the year, the new year obviously coming in. And it's a very long title, and my guides kind of don't shorten things up for
Yeah,
me.
but that's okay. They know more than we do in that respect.
Exactly. Yes. So this is actually a guide, a PDF guide, short read, very short ebook, you could almost say. And it's the 5 surefire signs. Even with all the successes, you are still living less than your intended state of being. So I take the reader through what the intended state of being is, of brilliance. What really does that mean? And then we look at the 5 surefire signs that you're actually not living in that state, but living somewhere in those zones of potential that I talked about earlier in my so most people will be able to actually, I break down what those zones of the zones of competence, excellence, and genius. So people can actually read through and sort of say, well, in this area of my life, I'm actually here, in this area of my life, and that. And as a game, it is just to highlight that there is the potential for so much more, with ease, joy, and grace for them to step into that new chapter. Because at this time of the year, there'll be new energies coming in that want to support this this 2023. So this is here, this has been created to help people sort of say, well, this is what's coming to me, where am I now, and actually just get themselves clear about where they are now, and before they actually step forward and say, well, what are the support I need to get to where I need to be in this new chapter.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah,
absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
So if somebody wants to, so for the gifts, we're going to have links below the video that you can take advantage of this. And what's the best place that they can get in touch with you if they want to reach out to you for some of what we've talked about?
Okay, so the easiest way is to go to my website, and that's sandineilson.com. So that's SandiNeilson.com, /get in touch. So that's get-in-touch. So, and that will take you straight through to my contact page. And because of where I live, I generally check my emails, that's contact pages, twice a day, but it could be in the middle of the night, depending
Right.
on where the,
We've done
so
that
it takes,
before. We've
yeah. So it's about, sometimes it could be 12, 15 hours before I can actually get back in touch with. But I read all those contact messages myself. So that first touch is extremely important for me because I'm getting the energy from that person straight in. That's how I work. So it's just sort of like, if it went through a third party, I would lose some of that connection that I get, that the soul is speaking through this person. So yeah, I'd love to receive any of those. Anyone who's interested, get in touch that way. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it's been a pleasure. And everybody watching, we'll have all the links below for you. And take advantage of it, because you will not be disappointed. Thanks again for spending time with us, and we'll see you all on the next spotlight. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.